Good evening and welcome to the latest episode of EcoBee Cleaning at Home. It's been long anticipated, and firstly I'd like to say thank you to Emily Coppinger, one of my lovely clients who kindly gave me her old piece of carpet. Please check out her artwork on Instagram, Emily Coppinger Artwork. She's got an amazing eye, so if you're looking to funk up your home, she's the lady you need to see. Right, now on to business. 'Tis the season where everybody gets really drunk, sloshes wine everywhere, and then your carpets are left looking like this. So stay with me and I'll show you some we're going to be testing some eco-friendly products here, here and here, and also trying out my own recipe using sodium bicarbonate, aka baking soda. So if you see this, it's the same. Half a lemon, some white vinegar, and I always find it quite helpful to have a little brush. This is actually a vegetable cleaning brush. Who actually cleans their vegetables? But anyway, it's got really soft bristles, so you don't want to go too harsh into your carpets. I mean, it all depends on the quality of your carpets as well, on how you treat them. I mean, this is 100% wool, so it's very good quality. And also, please note the fact that the longer you leave the wine on the carpet, the harder it is to clean. So I know it's not always noticed as soon as you've had the accident or spill a little drop. So what I've done is kind of let it stew for a little bit. Okay? So I'm just going to have some wine as well. It's not bad actually. So firstly, all of these are available on the market. I've seen them in quite a lot of commercial shops. So first we're going to try the EcoZone carpet cleaner. This isn't actually, it's cruelty free, it's vegan, it's made in the UK, always a big fan of that. However, it doesn't actually say whether it's been wool assured, so wool safe assured, so be careful and obviously test a small patch on your carpet first before going ahead and going at it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is measure a capful. And as you can see, I've nicely stained quite a lot of the carpets. Get a wee capful, pour it over, making sure to cover every single wine stain. Get our soft brush and literally blend it in, ensuring every area is covered. Now it's got a very weird grey colour, and from the instructions on the back it says to leave it to dry for a little bit and then hoover it, vacuum it. So I've got the vacuum cleaner plugged in, so what we'll do is we'll test out every single one by spraying it, rinsing it, and then we'll vacuum it off and we'll compare the notes. Okay, so I'm going to quickly rinse this before we use this. So this one is from Astonish, a massive, massive British brand. It says it's wool safe approved, which is brilliant, unlike this one. The ingredients are more clear on this one as well. I mean, in terms of price, the EcoZone one is actually more expensive and doesn't have the easy trigger head. So this one is going to be probably easier to apply. Comes out more of a foam. Ooh. Both of them are quite mild in their fragrance. So again, we're just going to blend it in. I'm going to leave that to do its thing. So a quick compare. This is the EcoZone after it's been applied, and this is the Astonish. I mean, you can see that this looks kind of more reassuring in the sense that the wine colour is coming out. So that's good. Right, now that's kind of sitting and doing its magic. What I'm going to do is test out the EcoBee product. Okay, so, oh no, I accidentally spilled some wine. Shit, what am I going to do? blend it in a little bit, get it really deep. Now I know how I said earlier that, you know, the longer you leave it, so these ones have been left quite long. This one is one I've done earlier with my product or my recipe, so it will be a fair result, I promise you. So firstly, what I tend to do is get a half cut lemon, squeeze it on there, seeds and all apparently, and then what we're going to do is really smush it in, lather it up, making sure all of it's covered. I might just take away those seeds. Blending it in. I mean, this is a natural acid, so what this is going to do is probably pull out all the nasties. Then we're going to sprinkle our sodium bicarbonate, aka baking powder, evenly across. Rinse our trusty brush. Now, gently brush it in. It's going to form like a really grey paste. But this is good. Trust the paste. It's kind of interesting that both EcoZone and the natural have formed kind of the same colour. The reaction's been the same. So we're going to really blend it in. Blend, 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 blend. Now finally, this is what the results are. We're going to get our vinegar, spray it on evenly, and it's like a colour changer. And kind of the lemon is really good at pulling out the stain, but also it kind of leaves a natural fragrance as well. And despite vinegar being really strong, it does cover up the odours really nicely, so I can't smell vinegar at all. The final light brush, I'm going to leave that for a little while, okay? Now, I know there's been so many myths, and people have said that if you spill red wine on the carpet, go ahead straight in with white wine. This is not true. I've tried it. It's just a waste of white wine. So I'm hopefully going to enlighten you over how to kind of manage your wine spills over Christmas. So what I'm going to do now, as you may have seen, we've got like a little wild card here. I'm going to explain this in a little minute. But what I'm going to do is lightly turn on the vacuum cleaner, and we can see the results firsthand. Bear with me, I'm sorry if you can't hear me. I might just zip across and then get back to you. EcoZone. The Astonish. Because this needs to be left longer, I'm going to use the one that I tested earlier. And the wild card. Right, so that's all finished. They do suggest leaving it for as long as possible to kind of really dry it out, especially with mine, because obviously you're using crystals or the dry powder. In order for it to absorb all of the wine, you want to leave it there for as long as possible. So, okay, let's talk it through. So the EcoZone I find quite disappointing. As you can see, it's still very, very grey. I mean, the coverage, it's not great. I mean, it's left quite a horrible smell as well. In the picture, as I don't know whether you can see, but it's actually showing a machine. So maybe it'll work better with a professional upholstery machine where it's actually sucking whilst rinsing. So if you're lucky enough to have one of those in your home, then try out the EcoZone and let me know how you get on, because I'll be interested to see or hear about it. The Astonish, I mean, it's definitely faded, the red wine stain. I mean, obviously repeating the application is always beneficial, especially if you've caught it soon. So I don't think that looks too bad. Definitely a lot better than it was. So that's the Astonish cleaner. Again, wool assured, safe. Right, the EcoBee, the method of the bicarbonate of soda, lemon and vinegar. So this is the one that I left for a long time. Again, it's gone a little bit grey, but it's a lot more forgiving than the EcoZone one, and it smells a whole lot better. So I think after this is properly dried, give another application. I mean, this is the one I did in front of you guys. A lot darker, needs to sit for a little bit longer. Okay, now to explain this one, and I'm so happy that it's looking like this. So before I set up the camera, I thought, why don't we compare it to a chemical leading brand carpet cleaner that claim to be the best in upholstery and carpet cleaners, and that is Vanish Gold. So this says to spray it on your stain as soon as you can and to leave it for 2 hours. I did just that, and then vacuumed it away like it suggested, and it looks absolutely rubbish. This is about £6 a cab, and I think that looks awful. It's not good, it hasn't done a good job. And this, the EcoBee, bicarbonate of soda, vinegar and lemon, really cheap to make, really easy to do yourself, and I think the results speak for itself. I mean, it's a lot easier. I don't have to wait 2 hours for mine, but this one you have to wait 2 hours for, and cost should be kind of a factor in how you approach these things. It speaks for itself. Well, thank you for watching. I'm going to go and enjoy my wine in front of MasterChef. If you have any feedback, please let me know, and I hope this has been helpful. As always, you have to repeat these processes and applications, but I'm pretty chuffed with how the EcoBee Natural Carpet Cleaner has come out. So again, EcoBee Carpet Cleaner, the Vanish Gold Standard, Astonish Carpet Upholstery, and the EcoZone. If you're really looking for something that's really easy to apply, good value for money, and you don't have to have all these ingredients within your home, then I would definitely recommend the Astonish Carpet and Upholstery Cleaner. Okay, about £3.50 a bottle, so not that expensive. I mean, if you live in Newbury, you can buy this from Barry Hawkins, so please support local. Very cheap, very effective. Thank you for watching. See you soon.